Hello everyone, I'm Stacy Harrell and I am collaborating with Tremont Floral this week to do some arrangements for you. So we're going to start with the wreath today, and we're going to start off basically with a grapevine wreath. Then we've added some vines to give you some depth and some dimension to just a basic like grapevine wreath. And we're just going to start out by adding some of our base flowers. And the best way to get these in here to keep them to stay is use a glue pot. And just basically start out pushing them in and getting your base. That's going to give you, and I usually start with one flower at a time and then go to the next. So that way you know exactly where the placement is of each flower and each selection of flowers that you're using. And once you glue these in, they pretty much stay in place. You don't have to worry about them blowing away in the wind, if you want to use it outside or if you want to use it inside. Either way works on that. And you just disperse them around pretty evenly, but there's no right or wrong way to do it. You got all your hydrangeas. This is a great blue color that we have here. And I'll show you step by step once we get each flower in what it looks like. Go from there.
What kind of glue are you using?
It's just a hot glue pellet that's just in a glue skillet. It just kind of helps keep everything in there melted. One more of the blue, and then it'll give you an idea what it looks like. So that's going to be your base of just the hydrangeas. And then we'll go on to our next flower, which is this great sunflower. This is a cream color. These come in a bundle. But once you break it apart, you can use each stem. And I try to add my flowers close to each other and then work out from each stem so that you have them kind of in bunches. And that way you can see more of the grapevine wreath at the end. And one thing that I found over the years, once you're using your wire cutters, depending on which way you use them, it's easier to cut with. So I usually cut with this side towards me, and it's easier on your hands, and it gives you more of a grip to cut down with. There you go. So you can be keeping all your groups kind of together there. And then we're going to add some red tones that's going to make it pop. With this being the 250th year, I decided to do the red, white, and blue this time. But shades of that so that it's not so bright. And the one good thing about this is you can add as much or as little as you want, just depending on if you've got coverage. You can kind of leave some blank spaces so that you've got some negative space and you've got some floral space mixed in. That helps. Clean up all your glue strings. That's always fine. If you could add berries, that's going to give you a little bit more of a natural look that kind of mimics the whole grapevine leaf look. But again, try to keep everything in groups. It just tends to be easier that way, so that way you can kind of like follow kind of somewhat of a pattern. Gluing these in takes it really quick, and it gets a very effective way to secure everything in. It makes things go pretty quickly. Always add different tones and textures of flowers. This rose, it starts out as a cabbage rose. You can always replace it and make it a little bit bigger and more open. So you get the same effect with two different roses. you can decide if there's any other spots that you need to fill in with a specific color. It'll give you an idea of what we're working with now. Just kind of filling the bare spaces. This is a funny product that we came out with this year, this little berry spray. It's fun. It almost mimics the grapevine, so you can just wrap it around and it stays pretty quickly. It gives you some depth and a little bit different color too. This has been a fun new product that we just come up with. And it's easily added. Be done. And then there you have it, you're finished. So it goes by pretty quickly. I think it was your, kind of your patriotic 250th look. Thank you all really much for joining us, and we'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock.